This footage reportedly shows Ukrainian border guards pummeling Russian troops on the front lines in the Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine. The footage shows Ukrainian troops from the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine loading ammunition into heavy weaponry before they are seen firing on Russian positions. The images were obtained from the State Border Service of Ukraine on Sunday, 31st July, along with a short statement saying, "Near the front line in Donetsk region, border guards are improving their skills at destroying the enemy." The State Border Guard Service is the border guard of Ukraine. It is an independent law enforcement agency that is separate from the rest of the military. Its head, Serhiy Daneyko, answers directly to the President of Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine on 24 February in what the Kremlin is calling a special military operation. Today marks the 160th day of the invasion. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that between 24 February and 2 August, Russia had lost about 41,170 personnel, 1,768 tanks, 4,014 armored combat vehicles, 936 artillery units, 259 multiple launch rocket systems, 117 air defense systems, 223 warplanes, 191 helicopters, 739 drones, 174 cruise missiles, 15 warships, 2,914 motor vehicles and fuel tankers, and 82 units of special equipment. Russia has claimed that its casualties have been much lower, but provides infrequent updates on its latest figures. Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of the United Nations, has warned that nuclear annihilation is only one miscalculation away at the opening of a Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT) conference in New York. He said that the world is facing nuclear danger not seen since the height of the Cold War. He added that the war in Ukraine was a significant factor, and said, "Humanity is just one misunderstanding, one miscalculation away from nuclear annihilation." Russian President Vladimir Putin said in a letter addressed to the attendees of the NPT conference in New York on Monday that there could be no winners in the event of a nuclear war, and that it should never be unleashed. But in February, Putin warned outsiders that any attempt to interfere with his invasion of Ukraine would lead you to such consequences that you have never encountered in your history. He then put Russia's nuclear forces on high alert. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Washington was deeply concerned that Russia is using a captured Ukrainian nuclear power plant, the largest in the country, as a military base and firing on Ukrainian forces from around it. He labeled Moscow's actions the height of irresponsibility. The US has accused Russia of using the nuclear power plant as a nuclear shield. The US is sending over $500 million in additional weaponry to Ukraine, including ammunition for rocket launchers and artillery. The Minister of Defense of Ukraine, Alexei Reznikov, 56, said on Monday that Ukraine had received 4 additional HIMARS high-mobility artillery rocket systems from the US. France's President Emmanuel Macron said on Monday that his country is donating a mobile DNA laboratory to the Ukrainian authorities to help ensure that Russia's war crimes do not go unpunished.